Hello and welcome to Talk Sports on Global TV. Today we have lots of exciting story happening in the world of sports. Now, me because of the playoffs, Nigerians are excited because there's a possibility of Nigeria getting into the World Cup, and I'm using the word right now because Nigerians were actually very worried in the start of the playoff, but and that's brought the excitement for Nigerians seeing what went down there at Morocco with the match against Congo. Well, that's the exciting story here, but that's part of what we'll bring to you on the program on Talk Sport. Welcome to Talk Sport on Global TV, where we bring you exciting stories happening in the world of sports. I am Annie T. Patrick. Let's tell you today that we have a lot to talk to you about. We'll start with our lead topic, which is Super Eagles' defeat against Congo in the World Cup playoffs, and we'll also bring an analyst to give us a lineup of idea what he thinks about all of these things and the victory over Congo in the playoffs. And we'll also bring you the story around Rangers shocking Remo Stars in the NPFL game. We'll also bring you a bit of what's highlights happening around AFCON 2025. It's a few weeks to go for the AFCON, and a lot of preparations have been put in place to see that a lot will be given to the sporting fans who will come to see what will happen there at the African Cup of Nations. We'll also bring you updates from the Nuga Games happening in Jos. There's a whole lot happening at the Nuga Games, and we'll have my right winger who is there to bring us up to speed on what the latest development is at the medal table, how far and what sport is actually topping the table. And like I said, we'll be looking at an analyst to come give us a breakdown, look at the technical analysis and around our games that played out, how we'll fare if we get to the next round of the playoff. All of the biggest talking points in Nigeria and beyond, it's all we'll be looking at on Talk Sports. Let's dive into this, but that will be after this timeout. Stay with us. It's good to have you on Talk Sport. Like I told you, our lead story today is Super Eagles' excitement booking their place in the CAF World Cup playoffs. Let's tell you quickly that Super Eagles booked their place in the CAF World Cup playoffs final after a hard-fought 4-1 victory over Gabon last night in Morocco. Their encounter saw Nigeria dominate possession for much of the game, keeping the patterns pinned in their own half. Sevilla forward Adams Akor finally broke the deadlock in the 78th minutes, capitalizing on sustained pressure to give the Super Eagles a well-deserved lead. However, Gabon found a way back into the contest just 11 minutes later when defection of a Nigerian defender, the battered Marius Lemina's shot past goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, forcing the game into extra time. Nigeria regained control in the 98th minutes as Chidera Ejuke latched onto a precise through ball from captain Wilfred Ndidi to restore the lead. Well, star striker Victor Osimhen, who earlier had missed 2 clean chances, made amends late in the match with a brace for third and fourth goals that sealed Nigeria's passage to the finals. Eagles will now face the winner of semi-finals between Cameroon and DR Congo in Sunday's final scheduled for November 16, 2025. Well, that was the excitement that went down yesterday. A whole of fans were worried, will Nigeria finally get this playoff out of the way and see the opportunity to be in the World Cup? And it was exciting to see that finally in the extra time thriller for 15 to turn the game around, moving from what was like in the first half, the second half, where we had the because Sime was able to change and make a mistake for himself because he had missed those chances. Trust me, a lot of questions will have been asked. What's wrong with the Sime after giving us the hat-trick there in Uyo and getting us into the playoffs? What went wrong? I'm happy and excited. I'm sure every other person is also excited because he was able to right the wrong and do the right thing and also ensure that Nigeria got this playoff for into play. But with all of this playing out, because we have the second leg of the playoff to go, and then we have Ethan Young won Super Eagles. Meanwhile, Iwobi promises Nigerians commitment, no money. What's going on? Cameroon international Ethan Young has thrown the fourth sponge ahead of Thursday's 2026 FIFA World Cup semi-finals, which was boldly played yesterday, claiming that he was saying this earlier for the game, claiming he no longer fears Nigeria's Super Eagles. Etta Young, who plays for Levante in Spain, said the days when Nigerian footballers used to intimidate him are long gone. Cameroon now has the strength and confidence to take them down. For him, he says the most dangerous was Nigeria. But I am no longer afraid, Young told the media. Even though we have to play 3 matches against them to qualify, we are going to win the 3 games. It is not like when Nigeria was frightening me right that during those days. But I think we have the capacity and ability to win those games that are coming. Well, he's speaking of Nigerians, but I'm sure that Nigerians with what played out yesterday are going to shock Cameroons. If you're supporting me, why not drop your comments and tell me what you think? But the Super Eagles we saw what played out in the thriller 15 minutes shows that Nigeria's Super Eagles are ready to be in the World Cup if they continue in that pace. Look at the team of players we have here. We have Choste Kong, who was doing his job very well as a captain, to see how that's not missing out of it. He did his Ako also came in and, his goal was excitement that got the Super Eagles on the way. And despite the whole pressure on them, they were able to get the narrative straight, get this up and running for Nigerians. And that's a good one going for Nigerians, hoping that in the long run of all of this, the excitement is that we have our goal going for us. We have the best of the best playing for us. The playoffs, it was a good way to get the football as lovers to get home to sleep and not have the blood pressure because of some people were really worried, although some people didn't pay attention. But for everyone who is a Nigerian should be proud of the boys, owing to all that's playing out for them and it comes to their welfare and packages. But we're excited that this has happened and they gave all Nigerians the excitement needed for that to play off. But let's quickly give you a highlight of that game, just a few minutes, and then you see what the excitement is for us here because it was worth it. That 15-minute thriller gave us the winning goal we wanted and the winning point.